Hello, hello, hello. My name is Dr. Shala Ezeokoli. I am a physician, a coach, a life career and business coach. I help busy people defeat and prevent burnout, as well as create options for themselves in the things they want to do in either life, career, or business. Those options could be inside of their jobs, outside of their jobs, or just life in general. And here I have with me today, Laurene Dougherty, one of my amazing clients. And, we're just going to talk about what worked with working with me and if she would hire me again or recommend me to other people. So, Laurene, can you just tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay. So thank you. I love you. I'm totally going to recommend you to everybody. But so my name is Laurene. I actually am a registered nurse. I've been a nurse for 30 plus years. And I'm saying I'm 63 for a reason, not because I want to divulge my age. But I say that because I feel that it's irrelevant. It's very relevant to when you're talking with Shola. And what it means to me. And so I live by myself. I have an older son and family and grandchildren that all live far away. So yeah, I don't know, that's a little bit. I have a very stressful job like the rest of the world, right? So I don't feel it's any different than anybody else. It's anyway, I have 2 dogs and I love Shola. I'm going to keep saying that through this whole thing. So
I love you too. I mean, you've been amazing to work with. I love you as well. So speaking of working with me, before you started working with me, what was going on that made you decide to start working with me?
So one of the things that the reason I reached out to you in the beginning was I was reaching a part in my life where I was gaining weight, losing weight, gaining weight, losing weight. And the reason that's not a shocker, it's the rest of the world. But one of the things I pride myself on, I am a registered nurse. I've taught, nutrition my whole life. Mm-hmm. So I know nutrition. So I feel like that's something I knew. I wasn't looking for nutritional advice. I was looking for clearly, and by the way, one of the other things I do for a living is I help the world. I solve problems. You know what I mean? I feel like if you gave me the opportunity, I could solve anything, but apparently I couldn't solve my own issue. Mm-hmm. And so I was reaching out because I was thinking, why can't I do this? I'm not understanding. I'm not following. I'm not able to help myself in this one area. I've helped myself with so many things in my lifetime, but for whatever reason, whatever my issues were around food, I was just sitting there going, I don't get it. I don't know why. So I reached out for help with that. Like, help me figure it out. I don't understand. Help me with this. And why I reached out to you over other people, and I don't want this to be construed any crazy way, but I pride myself on being a very smart person.
You are.
And one of the reasons I love to solve problems, that's what I love to do. I work with doctors my whole life in so many capacities. I love the way physicians think. I feel like, even though I'm not a physician, I feel like I work right around that. So when I reached out to you over other people was because I was excited to see that you had, you did career helping, that you did, it wasn't like a weight program, I wasn't looking for that. I was looking for, could someone help me figure this out myself? Like, I want that. I don't want you to give me weight advice. I don't want, I didn't want that. I wanted you to help me because I was clever enough to realize, I'm sure this is more all encompassing, right? Clearly, I think it was affecting my career. It wasn't just affecting my food. So I wanted you, because when I read your profile, I was like, oh, here's a physician that also does life coaching, career coaching, and, the whole weight thing. So I thought that was important to me at the time. And it turns out to be that was obviously the best thing I could have done for myself was to find you. So
Wow. Thank you. So, so there, that was then. So now, how are things now, having worked with me?
So I'm already gonna laugh at some of the stuff because I have learned so much about myself, and I've worked with you on and off for the last year. So and I cannot tell you how many things I've learned about myself around food. And the reason I'm laughing is because, again, I'm a problem solver. So if you had asked me, did I have these issues around food? I would have told you no. Like, what do you mean? Like, and so it was so many things that I would just remember because you make me think, right? You gave me options and potential. And so I never felt like you were telling me. You were just, here's all the potentials, Laurene. Where do you fit into that potential? And, I'm a thinker, so I would go back and think. And I can tell you right now, I am incredibly excited to the fact that I know I shouldn't be excited. I identified issues, but I identified them. But for me, they're easy. I think my mindset is like, if I can identify it, I can work with it. Yes. And so I have lost, even though I've lost my 50 or 60 pounds, give or take, but I feel like I've gained so much independence around food. I don't believe that I understood how much life, career, everything was involved in that. And so, one, I feel so relieved that food is not the priority of my life, even though I think people sit there and say, oh, it wasn't, because I would have told you, oh, it's not. But apparently it was. And so I just think anyway. So for me, I feel kind of relieved that like, oh, food's just not that important anymore. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying that I feel like, oh, I'm so thin and happy, all that, but I feel well on my way of fixing my own journey with your help. I've identified a ton of problems, and I am comfortable also that you'll be there if I need you again, because I feel like that's the benefit of knowing you, is it's okay to say, all right, Laurene, you're on your own now, if that's what you want. And then I can come back and say, oh yeah, I'm stuck here. So I love that it's comfortable to talk to you. You're very funny. So it helps with that too. And I just know that if I had to say anything about you, it was, I so appreciate that you challenged my own thinking. Because, I think I just know everything. I just want you to know that. I feel like I know everything. And I clearly realize I don't know everything about myself. Okay. So you helped me to do that, whether I liked it or not. You helped me to do that. And I really appreciate that from you.
Wow. Oh man. Now I don't know what to say anymore.
Well, I want to say one more thing just for other, because I know people are listening, is I have gone to other people in my lifetime, meaning the counselors at nutrition programs. And there's a very big difference. And again, I don't know why, with the exception of you had the ability to challenge me with my thinking in all aspects. So if I said something crazy to you, which I'm sure I did, you would challenge me with your humor. If there were other things where I was like, yeah, I'm just not doing that, you were okay with that too, but in such a way that I would leave and go, oh, now I have to do it because we thought about it. And I just feel like, yes, I feel like you were just very intuitive into my personality. And I can only imagine that you're not like this with everyone, but you figure out what they need. So I know people are probably thinking that you paid me to say all this. So you did. I very much appreciate the challenge for me, and it really has helped me. And I definitely think that I have made better choices all around, not just with my food, right? So you helped me steer my career in a different direction, which was affecting my food, and
Mhm.
my friendship world was affecting it. So it was really very like an octopus, right? There were many directions, which I would have never identified that on my own, because to me, it was all about food. And I learned it really wasn't. So,
Wow, thank you so very much. That's, I mean, you shared so much, and thank you. But there's one more question I have for you, and that is, will you recommend me to work with other people, either physicians or non-physicians?
oh, absolutely. I absolutely, I already have, I can't tell you, but I think people have to be ready to talk to you and be able to be open. And so, absolutely, Shola, I think that if someone is ready to hear the good, the bad, the ugly, because that's what you get to solve your whatever life's thinking. I totally recommend you for that, from the bottom of my heart. I really do. I just think you've been really good blessing for me.
Thank you so very much for agreeing to do this interview. When it goes live, I'll let you know. And
Okay.
again, thank you. I'm kind of stumped because I'm good with the words, but I'm kind of stumped hearing you say all this, and yeah, I'm stumped. That's what's happening here.
Okay, well, good. So you needed to hear that too. So I do appreciate it. So,
Thank you very much for coming on today.
okay. Thank you.